Breaking tonight, the story is now changing on the detention of 10 American sailors by Iran and the making of what some are now describing as a hostage video. Welcome to the Kelly File, everyone. I'm Megyn Kelly. This disturbing incident is almost certain to come up at tonight's Republican presidential debate. Many of the candidates have questioned the United States response and argue Iran has a lot of explaining to do, particularly when it comes to its treatment of our sailors. For his part, President Obama has yet to even remark on the incident, leaving it up to his Pentagon and the State Department instead. Remember, it was just over 24 hours ago that Iran first publicized images such as our female sailor wearing what appears to be a makeshift headscarf, as well as video of a sailor issuing an apology. It is still unclear whether this was coerced. And then there's that video of our sailors on their knees with their hands behind their heads, Iranian guns drawn. This is on a U.S. vessel. A short time ago today, Defense Secretary Ashton Carter was specifically asked about those images during a CENTCOM briefing. Listen to what he said.
You've got video of sailors kneeling down on boats with their hands behind their head. That's been played over and over again over the last 36, 48 hours. From a messaging standpoint, from a propaganda standpoint on the Iranian side, what's your reaction to that? And I guess from a U.S. point of view, how should we respond?
Well, obviously, I don't like to see our people being detained by a foreign military. I'm very glad they're released. I'm very glad they're safe. What we don't know is the full context.
Joining us now, Chief Washington correspondent James Rosen, who's reporting from the White House. James?
Megyn, good evening. Top aides to President Obama are speaking out tonight, but in fairly restrained terms about Iran's decision to record and then broadcast this so-called apology from one of our captured Navy sailors, widely believed to have been coerced.
I certainly would agree that it's unhelpful, and we wouldn't consider it appropriate to do. It's not going to do anything to de-escalate tensions, and its use for propaganda purposes is inappropriate. So I think we can safely say that nobody wants to see that.
The Defense Department is now saying a navigational error, not a malfunction, led the two Navy riverine vessels to stray into Iranian waters. Officials can't yet say whether the Iranians removed anything from the two craft before releasing them and the 10 American sailors aboard to the custody of the cruiser USS Anzio in international waters. The sailors themselves are being debriefed, and Defense Secretary Carter told reporters in a visit to CENTCOM headquarters in Tampa today that he too needs to know, quote, the full context of the incident before a full judgment on the videos can be made.
What you're looking through in those is the lens of the Iranian media. So I think we need to give these guys the opportunity to tell us what was really going on and what the overall context is before we can really know.
However, another Pentagon official told Fox News today, under condition of anonymity, that the Obama administration in this case is exalting nuclear diplomacy with Iran above transparency, Megyn.
James, thank you. Joining us now with more, Lieutenant Colonel Tony Shaffer, a CIA-trained intel operative and senior fellow at the London Center for Policy Research, along with Larry Korb, a former Assistant Secretary of Defense under President Reagan and a senior fellow at the Center for American Progress. Good to see you both. So now the story is shifting. Colonel Shaffer, where now it wasn't a mechanical problem, as we were told by our government yesterday. Now it was a navigational error that had them drift into Iranian waters. The government saying this was not a covert mission, but admitting that what we saw in that video was not appropriate, nor was its release. Your thoughts?
Well, the first contact with the enemy or story coming in is always, almost always inevitably incorrect. So we now have the facts straight. With that said, it's exactly what it looks like, Megyn. It was a provocation. My contacts at the Pentagon yesterday told me that there was no doubt this was, they knew yesterday this was a provocation. So that's why you see the White House, as James Rosen just reported, kind of soft peddling this. The Iranians, let me put it this way. If the Iranians wanted to be helpful, they saw one of our ships in distress, why don't they throw it a rope and tie it to the next port? Imagine that, an Iranian ship helping an American ship.
What's the answer to that?
What they did was exactly what they meant to do: create a propaganda video to poke us in the eye,
to humiliate us.
To humiliate us, to put the woman in the headscarf, to take the boots off the sailors, to make them look like rabble. And they did this with a very clear purpose. So it was not in any way, quote unquote, a reasonable response, as Secretary of State
What about
Kerry
that,
has
Larry?
said.
What about that? They humiliated our sailors. And then we had our Secretary of State, John Kerry, come out and thank them for doing this, for returning to us our American soldiers, our American vessels, after they humiliated them.
Well, first of all, we're the ones who went into their territorial waters. This is not like, for example,
They
in the
say it was
first
an
year
error.
Well, yeah, but they went in there, okay? And if somebody comes into your territorial waters, you're responsible, whether it's advertent or inadvertent.
So you
When I
deserve to
used
be
fly
humiliated?
No, wait a second. They weren't even held for 24 hours. When the Chinese knocked down one of our planes, which flying in international waters in 2001, they were kept for 11 days. We apologized and paid compensation for the fact that they were feeding them.
The military code of conduct, Colonel Schaefer, and I'm not blaming the sailor. We don't know what kind of distress he was under, but the military code of conduct, Jack Keane was on the show last night, the general talking about it, says you give your name, rank, serial number, date of birth, and you don't answer questions when in custody. Now, that's when you're a prisoner of war, and today the administration was saying, well, we're not at war with Iran, but something clearly untoward went on here.
Right. And look, Larry and I are friends, but I disagree with Larry completely. Larry, if we took the Iranians, we would not humiliate them like that. They would be treated with great respect. To the point, Megan, though, regarding code of conduct, the Iranians, since the fall of the Shah in '79, have continued to have a hostile attitude towards us. Therefore, but by the way, last month they shot rockets at one of our aircraft carriers. They illegally fired ballistic missiles. So these people may not be enemies, but they are the next thing right below it. So therefore, they were captured, they were held, and frankly, the code of conduct should have applied here, where they basically said, look, we made a mistake. I'm sorry. You're taking this the wrong way.
And you know what?
We
don't answer your questions. We don't answer your questions. Larry, don't you agree with that? Why? If the Iranians did not have somebody under duress, that sailor under duress, or somebody, one of his fellow sailors under duress, why was he answering their questions?
Well, wait a second. They let him out. The sailor in charge said they were treated well, so I don't know what all this. You know, in 1988,
you tell me if the Iranians boarded, you were in the Navy. If they boarded your boat and told you to get down on your hands and knees, surrender your weapon, get off of your boat, take off your shoes, have the female sailor put a hijab on her head, and then look in the camera and apologize, you'd be fine with that.
Wait a second. They boarded the boat because you came into their territorial waters without permission.
So you're fine with all that. You're on their side.
I am saying that our sailors made the mistake for whatever reason. We don't know. We went into their territory. They weren't even held for 1 day. In 2001, they were held for 11 days.
Why weren't they turned around and said, off you go?
Larry, they could have been towed back. They could have towed them back out of the water.
Well, okay, it's very easy for us to say, well, it was an accident. You don't know that. This is your island. We have had incidents there. In 1988, we shot down an Iranian civilian airliner, killed 290 people, including 64 children. We didn't apologize or give compensation for 8 years. So these things happen in this very crowded area, and you don't know. You're a sailor on the Iranian side. You see Americans come in.
You know what? They held a bunch of our citizens hostage for 444 days and have yet to pay a dime for what they did. So, all right, I got to leave it at that. Good to see you both. Thank you so much.
Great. Thanks, Megan.
Well,